Hey, what is up guys? It's your boy Speed here, and today we're going to be talking about my guide on Warlock. This hero is probably the best support of the patch. I really do believe it is. Across maybe every bracket, I do believe Warlock in terms of consistency as a hero is incredible. Why do I believe this? Well, there's a couple of reasons. Number one, he's a great laner. Number two, he scales pretty well. His abilities just naturally are pretty good in the late game. Fatal Bonds, while it can be dispelled, is just an ability that naturally scales. Upheaval in teamfights is incredible. I would say Golem falls off. Funny enough, his ultimate is probably his worst scaling ability. People will obviously disagree with this because they like to buy the Ags and they like to buy, Refresher and shit like that. I don't recommend playing the hero like that. I'll kind of cover that. But yeah, this is a really short game I played. It's a complete stomp. So you might be saying, Speed, why are you showing us a stomp? This game is just going to be a great example of the small things that compound into very quick wins. Now, yes, I had a Huskar mid. Yes, my offlane did well, but it doesn't matter. On top of that, go sign up to the gameleap website, guys. I'm posting new content over there almost every day, and I'll see you there. So, what is the first thing you should do in the game? The first thing you should do is get your team to run up a hill. Okay, just go run up a hill. Now, this game, my Marcy was lagging behind, which is a little bit unfortunate, but I get my team to run up a hill. Now, we have pretty good heroes at running up the hill. We have Tusk to catch, we have Marcy to catch if she was with us, but most importantly, you have the Black Grimoire. You should be taking Black Grimoire. If you don't know what it does, if you get kills or assists, you get charges on this book. You get 250 XP, and this was supposed to be nerfed, but they messed it up, and apparently it is still 250. It's supposed to be 200. You get a charge, and at minute 7, you can use it to get the XP. This is really broken because basically it allows you to guarantee early teamfight wins, which will transition into Wisdom Runes and Towers. And again, we'll get into that. This is an important mindset to actually have if you want to be a top-level player. So, I get my team to run up a hill. I'm kind of being a dumbass. I'm running up the hill. Part of the reason I'm doing that is the enemy heroes generally suck. Darkseer is pretty trash. Morphling is completely useless. Monkey King is extremely underwhelming. And the sups are fine at best. And so this is partially me just having good game understanding of what the enemy heroes want to do and whether or not they'll be afraid. So I go and I place a really deep ward. This is kind of a Chad ward to just scout out heroes. If your team doesn't follow you, I would be less inclined to place a ward like this and make a play like this. I would probably just fight a rune and hope the enemy team is stupid enough to fight into Warlock. I'm not kidding. In pubs where I'm against Warlock, I tell my team before the game starts every time, don't feed to Warlock. I just type don't feed to Warlock, and in Heimwar, everyone understands why, right? Don't give him the book. We get a kill, right? Because we just have Tusk Marcy, so, fortunate that I have good pairs in the early game to enable the book. And this is the next point. As I, again, ping, I'm like, Marcy, this guy's like taking the long route. I'm like, bro, run to the rune. I want to fight. I don't care if we trade 1 for 1, 2 for 2, 1 for 2. I just want my book to charge up. But yeah, my next point. You want to pick this hero with optimally aggressive heroes. Now, as a support, you're going to be first picking, but it's good to basically just play with aggressive heroes. The best carries with Warlock are Marcy, Ricky, PA, because they get aggressive. Why? Shadow Word. Shadow Word is one of the most broken abilities in the game. Let's cover it when it actually comes up in the lane, though. So for starting items, I have Stick, 2 branches, 2 sentries, a ward, smoke, tangos, and blood grenade. The first things I will send on courier is tangos and clarity. Because of the pregame kill and the 3 bounty runes, I can ship out a mango as well. You want to spam mana on this hero. You should be literally instantly, when you get enough gold for clarity and tangos, buying it. Okay, from there, you're going to be trading your heroes very good base stats, high damage, decent armor, good movement speed, good just base stats, as we get some really nice damage. And again, this is kind of the power of the Warlock. Now, it's a little hard in Lobomar to get your team to understand how good Shadow Word is, but just for reference, guys, this ability is effectively a 300 HP swing if used perfectly. It is 150 heal, and whoever you heal, if they're next to someone, it damages them. So it's 150 heal, 150 damage. Obviously, you're not going to get the damage every time, but you should almost always use it as a heal. Using it as a damage spell is something I will only do at level 3 because it's 250 damage, just so high. Or if I really think I'm laning with someone who just won't use it in that way, right? If I'm laning with like some Morphling at level 1, I'll just toss out the heal aggressively or the spell aggressively because I'm not going to get value out of it defensively or as much value. I'm going to have to wait till they take damage. So I'll just, if I'm full mana, I'll just chuck that shit out. But yeah, we get some really good damage. I put it on the Marcy. She's trading. It's damaging the Tinker. And we get a really nice trade. Hoping to get the kill there. Unfortunately, don't get it. Now, this looks pretty bad, right? Because we take so much damage. But the funny thing about Warlock is now I can heal myself. And it's an AoE heal. This is why this ability is so broken in level 1. Now, to be fair, Against Darkseer, I actually generally take Fatal Bonds, which maybe is a mistake. This game, I just decided to try Shadow Word, and it felt insanely good. Fatal Bonds, basically all you want to do is get both heroes and the creep wave. It bonds 6 units, which is the 4 creeps and the 2 heroes. And if you do that, the heroes will take like 250, 300 damage. And it will push in the wave, which allows you to control the pull camps. And we'll get into that again in a second. But yeah, I heal myself, and I intentionally stand next to the Marcy to heal her and me at the same time. And the reason why I don't put it on her is because I don't trust the Marcy player, frankly, to sit next to me. I do it here because he's super, super low, and I use a lot of mana, but this is why I have a stick, I have a mango, and I have a clarity. I am playing to really, really, really force early kills. I will spend all of my gold to make sure I am getting kills and assists. I don't care if I'm 500 net, 1200 net, 200 net. I want Black Grimoire charges. It is simple. I am doing whatever it takes, and I'm clicking as many buttons as it takes to get kills. So in your games, guys, run out of mana rather than being full mana. So I'm going to heal up the Marcy here as she goes in. I was a little bit slow on it, honestly. I get a really nice Fatal Bonds onto the wave. Unfortunately, Tinker is probably one of the best heroes in the game against Marcy. It's funny to say that, right? Because they're getting really, really low. But like Darkseer is complete ass against Marcy. It's so bad. Heroes with no built-in like attack speed, slow, or stun just cannot play against Marcy, especially on Marcy Warlock. And look at this stupid sequence. This game ended in 15 minutes. It would have ended in 12 minutes if this didn't happen. Oh my god. Bro. Like, what a joke, actually. What an actual joke. My Black Grimoire is just at 2 charges because of this shit. It's actually so unlucky. So once you hit level 3, this ability becomes completely broken. It really doesn't scale up in mana cost, and it's just insane. Essentially what you should tell your carry is just go in. Like, if the enemy is in a creep wave and you can put your heal plus bonds on like 2 heroes, it's just wraps. Like, there's basically nothing that fights you. And so as you'll see here, heal on Marcy, bonds on the creep wave. Now the creep wave, because the Shadow Word is also damaging the creep wave, right? So it's dealing damage in that regard too. And it's just a complete explosion on the Tinker. Now again, Marcy Warlock is probably the best Warlock combo. A lot of people think it's PA. I actually think PA is a little bit weaker than Marcy, funny enough. They're comparable, for sure. But after the nerfs, it's probably Marcy. And again, I'm just spamming regen. My net worth probably doesn't look the best. Okay, I'm capping. I guess I somehow got 10 last hits, and I do have a kill, so it's not that bad because of how good this game is going. But generally, I'll be winning a lane. Like, I'll have a kill, and the enemy support will have a death, and I'll be the same net worth as them, but I don't care, right? And that is the mentality you should have in the game. Now, this game, I do a very niche play. I wouldn't recommend this. 9 times out of 10, guys, here's the Warlock gameplay I recommend. Win your lane, and then win your lane again. And then win your lane again. Just don't leave your lane. Just keep... You're going to destroy the offlaner by using these tips. And then just keep destroying. And then the last thing I want to point out, this is actually another tip. You don't need to block the large camp. You don't need to block... You should unblock the small camp. The reason why is this hero just pushes the wave. Your Q pushes the wave and your W pushes the wave. And so I don't really almost ever block the large camp. And this is nice because I don't even have to, I really don't even have to buy this many sentries. I probably am kind of wasting gold because I know I'm not going to block the large camp in this lane. It's like sort of reasonable against Darkseer because he shoves the wave, but again, kind of niche. You don't need to block the large camp. And you can use the large camp to pull it. You can pull it at 20, right? So it's when it's 420, you can pull it from here to here, right? On the other side, I don't believe you can actually pull it through. You have to pull it this way, but you can use the large camp on either side to pull. And so I'm not going to block the large camp. Basically ever. I will unblock the small camp because, again, as you push the wave, you want pull camps active to pull the lane back so you can go for more kills. You can dive the tower with Marcy Warlock, but still. All right, now, why do I go top here? This is some niche kind of gameplay. I thought the Darkseer wasn't even going to try to lane anymore. In Lomomar, people will just kind of keep trying to lane. You just keep killing them. But here, I see a double wave pushing him. So we have, 5 creeps, another creep wave coming in behind, and it's a cart. And so this is kind of just a really nice heads-up play. To find this opening. I told my team go on this guy. I don't know why we decided to go on the Morphling, who we kind of can't. I mean, I will say going on the Morphling stops him from last hitting. Like, they lose a lot of gold, but I want my Grimoire charges. I'm a little bit greedy. Fortunately, this Monkey King, I mean, the game here just completely snowballs because their Monkey King mid comes here, but he's so under-leveled because he's against Huskar that he can't even get a single return kill. Like, he definitely should have killed me there in a normal game. But, I mean, this game is so skewed. So we open the top tower on the cart. I mean, everything is going right, besides the fact that we didn't kill the Ringmaster there. right? We open the tower, we go on the Darkseer, we TP bottom. I see this opening, right? Because the Darkseer thinks I'm top. He doesn't, you know, think he's in danger. And now we have full mana boots. My courier died. We have full mana boots at minute 7. Look at this. And now, but this is probably the biggest point in the game. This is how you can break the game. If everything is going well and you have 4 to 5 Black Grimoire charges, that will give you enough XP to hit level 6. And level 6 breaks the game. Most heroes cannot come close to fighting Warlock level 6. Basically every game, if I'm having a good game, I will tell my team to contest the Wisdom. Because you will have level 6 and no one else will, including some cores. You will just have 6 before them, and you can't fight into Warlock level 6. All 3 of his spells are just insane at this point in the game. And so it creates this dynamic where, yeah, I mean, how is the enemy going to get the Wisdom? In a normal game, they will fight you for it. And it's even better. This game, they're so behind that they don't even try. And by the way, guys, double Wisdom is like broken in Dota. Usually you can't do it because it's just too risky. But if you can, because of Warlock, it just breaks the game. Now, they don't even contest me, as I said. So the game is kind of a sad example. Usually what happens is they come contest me, I drop a rock, I drop my Fatal Bonds on 2-3 heroes, plus sometimes even this camp. I drop a level 3 heal, which is like insane, 700 damage if used perfectly. And then I get kills plus the Wisdom Rune, and it's even better. And I'm not kidding, that's usually what happens. So, yeah, pretty insane game. Just absolute beatdown. And a lot of it just comes from these good ideas. Now, again, this game is a strong example of like, this game's a complete beatdown, right? So it's a bit extreme. Now, let's talk about a couple other things. So you max out your heal, then you max out your Fatal Bonds. One thing to keep in mind about this combo, I'll skip ahead and show you guys, is it one-shots creep waves. And that's really, really useful in Dota. So in the mid game, if the game is more even and I can't kill people off cooldown, I'll farm a lot. I'll push in a lot of waves. You put the heal on the Flag Bearer, because the Flag Bearer dies the slowest, so that if there's a Flag Bearer, put the heal on the Flag Bearer and Fatal Bonds. In fact, if there's a Flag Bearer, you can even click the Flag Bearer and it will kill the wave, right? These imps will spawn. Basically how this works is if anything is Fatal Bonded and died, it spawns these imps, which actually deal a lot of damage. In terms of items, guys, I basically do one of two things. This game is not what I usually do. I usually do one of two things. I buy Glimmer or I buy Solar. Drums is also great because you can use it on your Golem. So that's something I actually should probably start doing more that I'm not doing enough. I really like Solar. You can use it on your Golem. Drums probably just maybe a bit more consistent because you can use it on your teammates and the Golem. Or Glimmer if the enemy team just has a lot of magic damage. I'm buying a Vessel this game because they have a Morphling. They have like Darkseer is probably going to buy Auras if the game is real. And then there's a Healing Tinker. So I'm like stopping all of this heal. So I'm like, okay, my game is so good. We're fighting so much. I'm going to get Urn Charges. And they have a lot of healing, so like this Vessel is just going to be OP, and it would have been. But yeah, if the game is slow, I'll just kind of push in some creep waves. If the game is fast, I mean, you don't need Golem to fight. Fatal Bonds maxed out is an 18-second cooldown. Heal is like, what, 12 or 11? I think it's 12. 12. And yeah, you can just kind of fight with the W and the Q. You don't really need your ult. It's nice to fight around the ult, for sure, but you don't exactly need it if the game is going well. But okay, let's do a quick recap because this is probably the main thing I want you guys to understand that I didn't stress enough. The Golem should be for an objective. Does it have to be? No. It can be for a key kill. Let's say the enemy mid is snowballing, that guy's diving a tower, sure, drop a fat Golem on him and kill his ass. However, in a lot of games, the main thing you want to do with the Golem is get an objective. Okay, you want to get an objective. So, if I'm level 6 at minute 7, and I can't get the Wisdom Root, I will go up to a tier 1, I will tell my team, dive this guy, whoever's at the tier 1, and I will click my spell. If my spell kills the guy, great. A lot of the time, guys, in my Warlock games, I won't kill the guy, but I will kick him out of his lane. Imagine there's a Darkseer here. I will kick the Darkseer out of the lane because no one can fight a Golem in the early game. Basically literally no one besides like, maybe Ursa, not even, maybe a Huskar, maybe. They can die. I've almost killed many Ursas. So yeah, what I would do is I would kick the Darkseer out and I would take the tower. Great. Now the Darkseer is more poor and I've opened a part of the map for my team. After the Golem comes back up, because frankly, it's not a long cooldown. It's 160, which seems really long, but the Golem lasts 60 seconds. So assuming your Golem dies, which early game it rarely does, it's an 100-second cooldown. It's just not long. Like people will think, oh, I gotta really hold on to the spell. I gotta hit a 3-man Golem. Hell no. No. Just use this shit as much as you can. My goal in the games is to use as many Golems as I can to open towers and take the Wisdom. Kills are a third thing, okay? That is my mentality. The last thing to mention about the golem, which I didn't get to do this game, is it farms, okay? After you take a tower with it, if there's nothing to do, just go kill some creep camps. That's like the way you get your net worth back. You can be, you should basically always be top net worth on Warlock, going into the mid game, if the game is like decent. Because the golem should farm, your spells kill waves, like this hero is just, I don't know, Warlock's just an insane hero. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed, and I'll see you next one. Peace.
And that's all, but remember, before you leave, come on, before you tune out, subscribe to the GameLeap website, where we are going to help you get to the next rank. If you're stuck, click the link down below, and I'm out. Peace.